Hi, I'm Mao, and I'm gonna show you how I created this level inside Unreal. And it is a blockout. It's not the final level. So what is a blockout? A blockout is a stage in game development where level designers need to basically block the level and try things out. Try if the gameplay is working, try if the level is big enough or is small enough. And this is a very good idea because blockouts take much less time than decorating the level. Decorating the level takes a lot of time, so doing the level with these blockouts usually helps a lot. So this is my final blockout here. And you can see I have the space here and you can see the characters there. They help to have a sense of space and allows me to figure out if I really need this staircase, how big should it be, and how big my environment can be. This is extremely useful when trying to make environments. And this is PureRef. This is software I use to check my reference. It is extremely useful because I don't need to open new windows and try to look at my images. References are extremely important part in game development. And here I'm trying to look like reference from other games, like how they look like, and try to get some inspiration to them. There is no shame in using reference, by the way. They are very important. So inside Unreal, I can use the modeling tools, and here I can model everything. I don't need to go to any other 3D modeling package. I can just model like this rock here, and I can just place it there, and I can see it in context with the game. And by the way, we have a lot of tutorials on how to use the modeling tools, which you can check for free on our YouTube channel. So if you haven't watched them yet, then I recommend you to watch them because it's a really nice tool to use. So going back here, this is my blockout. And when I play the game, I feel like it's a little bit flat. So I might need to add some stuff here. And this is very important for game development because you need to continuously test this stuff. So by using the modeling tools, I can just play with these things, and I'm having instances of this thing, like this cube, and I can extrude this out, and all of them will change at the same time. So here I'm using Gaia, a software that I use to create terrains outside of Unreal. So basically, I will create it here, and then I will export it to Unreal. And once I have it here, I will use it as a background. And the reason I'm putting this as a background, it's because I want to have a sense of a scale. A background is very important for game development because it allows you to sell the idea that you're actually in the level. And you can see now that I put the mountains and play with the fog, it actually sells the sense of depth and scale of the whole environment. So it's very important to have a background, even when you're starting to block out. And also, because I'm working with a team of 2 more people, I have my files checked out with Perforce. So it's very important to use these tools inside Unreal, and I can use external actors. So everything I do is upload in the cloud. And if something happens to my PC, which I wouldn't want, everything is on the internet. And also everyone is updated with the same page. So now I'm dragging these dragons here, these Chinese dragons, which, by the way, we have them in our Unreal store. I will put a link in the description if you like them. But having these statues here allows me to play with different shapes and try to see how it would look like if I put something like that. I don't necessarily need to create cubes and a lot of things like this. So I can try to play with the statues to try to have some different shapes. And this might look a little bit Chinese or Asian, but as a placeholder it can work for now. What I'm trying to figure out is how it would look like if I put some kind of statues here. And I kind of like it, but I think it's a little bit too much, especially since our game we will be watching from the top. Also, I'm changing the materials of Quixel mega scans, usually they take 1 GB per asset if you are using the Nana, if you want to use a super high resolution. So I'm using my own shader. I can only use 100 megabytes, and I can have as detailed as the original one by only using 2K textures. This is great for games because we're limited in budget. So also with the modeling tools, I can use the lattice modifiers to change things in the fly. For example, I can move this around and I can make any shape I want. And with this, I'm trying to put something in the background, something interesting. Like I said before, having the background is extremely important to me. It adds a lot to the scene. It's something that it should not be. You should not forget about the background. It's very, very important. Many scenes that are lacking something, sometimes it's because they don't have a background, and it is as important as other elements. So I'm using the modeling tools here to create a staircase and a platform for the player to go. I managed to see some reference like from Final Fantasy Tactics, and I kind of like the design of those. And I feel like it will be very fun for the player to go up and try different elevations to try new things. So by using the modeling tools, I can easily just model things on the fly and checking my environment as I go. Very, very easy. So now that I have this, it's just a matter of keep decorating it. So I'm trying to create a space where the player can have fun. So in order to do that, I need to add some verticality. So I want to add some pillars here, and I'm making sure that there is space for 2 people to fight there, because in our game, yeah, 2 people will be able to fight there. And it's a strategy game, so we need to make sure there is enough space for them to go. So adding these small vertical elements help a lot to make the space feel a little bit more complete. And now that I'm adding staircase here, I can take a look at how big the staircase is. I can also delete the previous one. And just by using the modeling tools inside Unreal, I can just delete the faces that I don't want. And I can also close the holes using the close holes tool. And I can just replace my platform with my new asset, which is a staircase. And then I can move them and try to put it in place so I can have what I had before. And now it's time for some UVs. Although this is not necessarily part of the blockout, I find it is extremely useful when trying to put a basic idea of how your environment will look like. So just by adding some simple materials, it can actually tell you a lot. And using the UV tools inside Unreal, I can actually put some materials there to have a look at how it really looked like. And just by doing so, I don't need to go to any other 3D modeling package. So this is how our environment looks like now. And it's a work of around 1 week, 1 to 2 weeks. And we're having something. I kind of like it. And it's gonna get even better when we polish it and go to the art phase. So having this blockout, it's extremely important to test things out, such as how big the map it is. We don't know how big our maps should be for the game. And we need to solve a lot of questions by doing this. So if you're a game developer and you're making a game, maybe you need some help. So make sure to check our store where we sell a lot of stuff and also some premium tutorials to help you in your game development journey. And I'll see you in the next one.